All right, AP weekly quick video for you guys. So this week is going to be the same as last week, and next week will be pretty similar as well. It's all review. Okay, we're just getting ready for this AP test. For those of you, the couple, 2, 3, 4 of you that aren't taking it, that we already knew weren't taking it, you're going to do the exact same, not exact, the exact same, but pretty close to the exact same test. I'm going to give you one DBQ to write on. So this review helps you because you have to take a final for me if you're not going to take the AP test. So, got a few questions from last week. First thing I'd tell you should do is you should watch those videos that I attached in there about how to write a DBQ. Okay, those teachers have been teaching AP a lot longer than me, and they've got some good information. But on top of that, a little bit of help for you with this. Okay, so when you see all of our stuff for the DBQ, there's a ton of information here. This is really just telling you how to do it, right? They're saying you want to explain the significance of the author's documents, their point of view, all that stuff. You want to contextualize it, which means putting it into the time period. Okay? You want to find outside evidence. If you have outside evidence in your mind when you read this DBQ and you think of something else, but it's not in the documents, use it. They love that because it proves that you know the content very well and you know the curriculum very well. So do that. So this one's about, see here. So before I get to that, okay? Extend the argument, make connections to other things about how it influences other things in history, other developments, different historical periods, situations, etc., that sort of thing. You can make bigger connections off of the prompt, then you will get a better score. Okay, but with that, here's the prompt. Okay, at the bottom right here, I highlighted it for you. So this is what you are making an argument on. It says, evaluate the extent to which religious ideas of the Second Great Awakening shaped reform movements in the first half of the 19th century. Okay, so it's not a question. It doesn't say, what do you think, or whatever. It's a statement. That's why we call it a prompt. Now, you just make an argument. So it's evaluating the extent to which religious ideas shaped reform movements. So what it's asking is, did religious ideas of the Second Great Awakening shape or dictate how they would work or affect reform movements in the first half of the 19th century? So from the early that time period. So what you need to do with that is decide yes or no, the Second Great Awakening affected these reform movements. And that's going to be your argument. So when you write your thesis, you will say, and it doesn't matter what you choose, yes or no, right? It doesn't. It's your argument. That's all that matters, that you make an argument and defend it. So you could say the Second Great Awakening affected reform movements because A, B, and C. And then those A, B, and C, so that's your thesis statement, that A, B, and C becomes your 3 body paragraphs. So your first body paragraph is point A from your thesis. Second body paragraph is point B, third is point C. Right? And then you just find information to back up your argument. That's all we're doing here. Right? It's not some crazy different type of writing. It's a lot like those activities, those funtivities that you guys really loved this year that we did. We should have probably done more, but make an argument. All these SAQs I'm having you practice on, you're practicing making an argument, right? A lot of our SAQ prompts are like this, right? But then they'll give you the A, B, and C, and you just have to answer that. So when we look at our prompts, you make your argument, okay? The AP board does not care necessarily what your argument is. There's not a right or wrong answer necessarily to this, right? I would argue that the Second Great Awakening did shape reform movements. That would be my argument, right? But you could perhaps use this evidence the other way. That's what they care about, is that you're making an argument and you're using historical evidence to back up your argument. That's it. That's all a DBQ is. Okay? So, last week all you had to do is outline them. This week you have to write one. Okay? Only one. So you'll outline the other one, you'll write one. Okay? Here's what I will tell you to do as we write these. Okay, look at the videos, look at the stuff I've put up there. Look at this one too, because I've given you a little bit of advice in this. But time yourself for 45 minutes. That's all you get to write, 45. I know it seems like a long time, but it's not going to seem like a long time when we take the test, right? Time yourself, and out of these documents, only worry about 5 of them. Okay, they're not going to give us 7 documents on this DBQ for the test. They're going to lower it, I think, to 5. So, when you write it this week, only use 5 of the documents, only worry about 5. Right? And time yourself for 45 minutes. The other big thing to think about with this, I know maybe it's stressful, maybe it's not stressful for you guys. Hopefully it's not, okay? This is by far, I think it's going to be the easiest AP test that we'll take. Usually the test is 4 times longer in this, right? So be thankful for a little bit of a better opportunity. All you got to do is write a real quick thing and get yourself the credit. But timing yourself, well, I think I lost my train of thought. Yeah, timing yourself, that sort of stuff is important. Do all the reviews, okay? The reviews, a lot of them are just short answer questions, but just make sure we know the content. You need to know the content to bring in outside information, which they want, right? So if you know the content, you can do that. But yeah, so this week, Unit 5 and Unit 6 reviews, okay? A few paragraph questions and a bunch of 1 or 2 sentences. Then on the AP Classroom, just like last week, we got a Unit 5 review and a Unit 6 review, okay, with a couple SAQs and a couple of DBQs. Just like I said, I'll reiterate it one more time. You outline one of them, you write the other one, but only write using 5 documents. Time yourself for 45 minutes, okay? This is the game, this is it. Okay? This is how we get our credit this year, right? So, we're going to practice it, okay? Practice, 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 practice. Give ourselves a good chance on that AP test. As far as everything else with your grades, I'll still take late work, so turn your stuff in, right? Some of you have done really well during this, some of you have done less well. I know we have technical difficulties, I know we got other stuff going on. Our families want us to do stuff, work on the ranch or whatever. I know some of you have been pulled away for that. I've had other parents email me and say, well, I need my kids to do this and this and this outdoors around the property right now, and whatever. It's still school time, so we still got to do our work. But I got a lot of confidence in you that we're going to do fine on this test. We just got to work the DBQ. If you have any questions, email me. Okay? Email me, I'll email you right back. If you want to do something, if you guys are interested in some sort of like a Google Hangout or a Zoom meeting or something where we go through a DBQ, we can do that too. Okay, just let me know. Even if it's just one of you, we can do that as well. So, good luck with that stuff. Let me know if you have any questions, and we'll keep working. Remember, May 15th is test day, so we only got 2.5 more weeks to get ready. All right, we'll talk to you later.